Wow, I'm actually here. The end of season 2. Like, this is a 2-part thing. So, okay, so it says A Canterlot Wedding Part 1. So there's gonna be a Part 2. See, here's the thing with this episode. I forget what I was looking for, but I ended up seeing a thumbnail and title for a YouTube video. And it was something like, I think it looked like a group of grown men, like the exact kind of people you'd envision when you think of Brony. Like the stereotypical person. And they were like in this big room. I think they might have been in a convention. I didn't actually watch the video, I just saw the thumbnail. And it said something about a wedding, so I'm assuming that's this episode. And I don't know, for some reason I have this idea in my head that this is the episode that's gonna be good. That's gonna stop this endless chain of shit. I kinda doubt it, but at the same time, it's like I've been anticipating this because I knew this episode was coming up because I think I saw this title, and then I don't know, for some reason I just remembered this title of all the other ones. So I'm curious what this will be. Also, something really, really weird, and okay, so basically, in one of my classes, my professor was talking about character, like in writing and stuff, and so then brought up this show, My Little Pony, as an example of character, and it's just like what? Like the slides that they had that they were showing, it had this show listed there. I had to try so hard to keep a straight face because it's just like so hilarious. And then they started describing the characters like, this is a grown person. I'm not going to say any details about them. This is a grown person. Gotta be at least 30, maybe even 40. I'm terrible at telling ages. And they're just talking about this show. And they clearly know about the show. And I'm just like, what? They think this show is good enough to bring up in an actual college class. It's just, what is there to this? There's gotta be something I'm missing. There has to be. There's no way. This cannot just be some weird cult following that started from 4chan trolls. There's no way. But at the same time, everything I've seen so far points to the contrary. This is the shittiest show I've ever seen. Not even close. Nothing even compares to how bad this is and how boring. Oh man. Here we go. So Spike's running to them. Something big's happening. So I wonder who's getting married. Okay, so every character's gonna do a different thing. Oh, she has a brother. So there's the big twist. Except this is 50 episodes in now, and they never mentioned a brother or her parents. Whatever. Actually, no, wait, never mind. They did mention her parents. They didn't really mention why her parents haven't been in the show, like, other than that flashback, though. Same with most of the other characters. Okay, so she's angry. If they've been so close, how has he not been brought up one time in the entire show? Okay, so we're getting lots of exposition. Here comes a song. Nope. Fuck. Okay, so exposition and song. Like, they could have done, I don't know, a flashback or something? Like, maybe do like a flashback and show them growing up and some kind of short story that happens in their life that happened when they were kids? Like why just do a stupid song? I guess the song was supposed to be sad, so they're all happy except Twilight. He doesn't know why would Spike be hosting a bachelor party? He's literally a baby. This episode has been very serious, like, in comparison. I guess they're gonna explain what this shield thing is? Or is it like a barrier to keep bad people out during the wedding? Okay then. So she was just at a telescope. I wonder if that's like foreshadowing that something's gonna come and attack the wedding. Twilight. Oh, fuck.
A threat has been made against.
Oh, there actually is a threat. So is there actually going to be an antagonist introduced? Also, his voice is the first voice that is not an irritating to hear a brother voice. Did they say best? Isn't what? Fuck it. Is she just going to be an asshole now? This is still pretty dumb. Wait, what does she have? Wings and a horn. I just noticed that. I thought it was either you had wings or you had a horn or you had neither. Yep, she's a dick now. Saw that one coming. Is she the villain? She's the villain, isn't she? Oh, well, this just slowed down. She's pissed. She's just gonna be like, wow, this is shit. Yep, it's sarcastic. Ooh. Well, at least they actually just showed that instead of just explaining it. Like she threw the bag on the garbage, and instead of just being like, wow, she just threw that in the garbage and she's gonna hate it. Okay. They're kind of just going through every character, showing how much of a dick this princess is.
6-year-old's birthday party.
Okay, with that joke, it sounds like they're supposed to be 6 years old. Oh, this is the nightmare person. Oh, wait, right. She was resolved as not a villain anymore. Nope, they all like her. So far, this is just a typical episode. Well, no, even then. I guess there's been more, like, serious moments and, like, stuff they're actually trying to make a point out of. I don't know. So she's angry. Okay. I guess this one hasn't been dragging on. I'm not angry. The only part that's been, like apart from that montage of their oh, okay, well, now she's being a dick to him. Oh. Oh, okay. So she is evil. Oh, she's brainwashing him. Yeah, she is the villain. Well, I called it. Wait, what? Did she, like, kill the old bridesmaids? Okay, so I guess this is the wedding, and then, the wedding's gonna get interrupted. Oh, no, this is just the practice. So then during the actual wedding, Cadence is gonna reveal that she's the villain, and then, yeah, she's gonna be the villain. Still feels really slow, as typical for this show. Are they actually gonna believe her? Yep, she's gonna play the victim card, and no one's gonna believe her. Oh, whoa, he said don't show up. Whatever. I think it's supposed to be like that this is a red herring, that it's to make you think she's not actually the villain, but she is. No, she's gotta be the villain. There's no way. Oh no, not more singing. God damn it. Okay, it was a short song at least. What, is she gonna manipulate her now? Yep, there's the magic. She is the villain. Haha. At least they're actually introducing an antagonist now. Wait, what? What? Is it to be continued? Yep. Okay then. Okay, so this one was a lot more interesting. There was a story. Didn't get angry. There were still quite a few parts that were just really boring and just so slow, but for the most part it was okay. Okay, so basically Twilight's brother, who has never been mentioned before. I don't know why, whatever. They just didn't think of this plotline until the end of the season, obviously. So he's getting married to this princess, and it also turns out that this princess was Twilight's babysitter, and she was really nice to her as a kid, but now she's an asshole. She's got everyone in the castle convinced that she's the best person ever. She's amazing, but then Twilight sees her do some magic bullshit on her, or on her brother, and how she's being a dick to everyone, and then no one believes Twilight when she accuses the princess of being evil, and then the episode ends on a cliffhanger with, what's her face? The princess, like, putting some kind of cage thing on Twilight, and she's like, I don't know, pushed underground. I don't even fucking know. But yeah, that's where it leaves off. Like, now that this is actually getting into some level of a story, at least. But see, the thing is though, so did the first episode with the two-part thing, and then so did the beginning of this season 2 as well. But the villain was immediately disregarded. So it's like, I think that's just gonna happen again. It's just gonna be, the end of season 2 is just gonna wrap up this story, and then it's gonna be back to the normal status quo. There's gonna be nothing, no ongoing threat or whatever. Which is fine if the show actually works as an episodic thing, but this show doesn't. It's just a bunch of boring shit with the occasional attempt at a story, like I think something like Star has done, it has like both things, like season 1 and most of season 2 is just a bunch of episodic stuff, but then they make it interesting enough, it's condensed, it's short with the 11-minute segments, and they're unique enough ideas, they're not just taking the most generic thing and making an episode out of it. But then there's plenty of episodes that have story, especially into season 3 and 4, where the majority of the episodes are directly related to the story. But I don't know. This episode was definitely one of the better ones. I mean, relatively speaking, obviously. Compared to the other story ones, I don't know. I mean, it's pretty much the same. I mean, pretty much all of them are like, alright, here's the story, here's what it's gonna be. But then they do leave out some of the information, so it's not just that bad of storytelling, I guess. And then there's some kind of thing that fills up most of the episode. Like in the first episode, it was like introducing all the characters and then showing what all the characters' character trait is. In the beginning of this season, it was like them all going through the maze, and then what's like them all getting possessed or whatever, and then it was all of them getting back to normal in the second part. And in this one, it was the princess being a dick to everyone. So there's still just one thing that just drags through it and fills up the entire episode. So it's still kind of the same formula that it did before, but it didn't feel as gratuitous, I guess. So I don't know. I'll give this episode a 5 out of 10. Yeah, 5 out of 10. I wouldn't expect much more from an average episode of a kids show. And I think I actually am gonna watch the second part. Because I am curious about where the story's going. That action probably says a lot more than anything I've said at all. The fact that I'm actually going to watch another one because I'm curious enough.